On a chilly autumn evening, in a small town in the Midwest, a seasoned truck driver named Mike pulled into a rest area to take a break from a long haul. Mike was a man of few words, but those who knew him respected his strength and determination. He had spent years driving across the country, navigating highways and back roads, while building a life for his family. As he stepped out of his truck to stretch his legs, he noticed a couple of bikers leaning against their motorcycles nearby. They were loud and raucous, their laughter echoing through the quiet rest area. Mike had seen this kind of scene before. Sometimes bikers would drink too much and act tough. He shrugged it off and walked toward the convenience store to grab a snack. As he entered the store, the bikers followed him inside, their presence casting a shadow over the small space. One of the bikers, a burly man with a scruffy beard, approached Mike with a sneer. "What are you doing here, big rig?" he jeered. "You lost or just taking a break from real driving?" Mike felt the tension in the air, but he wasn't about to let anyone intimidate him. "Just getting a snack," he replied calmly, his voice steady. The biker laughed and called his friend over. "Hi, look at this guy, thinks he's a truck driver." The other biker joined in, mocking Mike's attire and demeanor. Mike took a deep breath and ignored their taunts. He had learned long ago that engaging with bullies only escalated the situation. However, as he reached for a bottle of water, he felt the bikers closing in around him. "You think you're tough because you drive a truck?" the first biker taunted. "You're just a glorified delivery boy." Just then, Mike noticed another patron in the store, a young woman who had been quietly observing the situation. She was visibly uncomfortable, but Mike's calm demeanor seemed to give her strength. "Leave him alone," she said, her voice firm. The bikers turned their attention to her now. "What's it to you, sweetheart?" the second biker sneered. "This guy's just a joke." But Mike wasn't going to let this continue. "You don't know anything about me," he said, standing tall. "I've driven through storms and deserts, and I've delivered goods that keep this country running." The bikers exchanged glances, their bravado starting to falter. The young woman stepped closer to Mike, her support apparent. "He's right," she said. "Truck drivers are the backbone of this nation. You should show some respect." The bikers hesitated, clearly taken aback by the sudden shift in the atmosphere. Mike could feel the tide turning, and he decided to press on. "You think it's easy out there on the road?" he challenged. "Try spending days away from your family and driving through whatever weather comes your way." The first biker scoffed, but the laughter had faded from his voice. The second biker looked uncertain, glancing at his friend as if questioning their actions. Just then, another truck driver entered the store, a man in his 50s, who had witnessed the entire encounter. He walked over to Mike and placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "You've got this, buddy," he said with a nod. "We're all in this together." The camaraderie among truck drivers was an unspoken bond, and it was clear to the bikers that they were outnumbered. With their bravado slipping away, the bikers muttered under their breath and started backing out of the store, whatever man one of them said as they turned to leave. Mike felt a sense of triumph wash over him as the bikers exited the store. The young woman smiled at him and said, "You were amazing. Thank you for standing up for yourself." Mike nodded, grateful for her support. The older truck driver clapped Mike on the back. "You handled that like a pro," he said. "We need more people like you." The incident spread quickly among the truck driving community, and soon Mike became a local hero. His story resonated with many, showing that courage and respect can triumph over intimidation. That night, as Mike got back into his truck, he felt a renewed sense of purpose. He was not just a truck driver. He was a voice for those who might feel powerless in the face of adversity. The experience reinforced the idea that standing together and supporting one another can make all the difference. In the end, it wasn't just about the confrontation at the store. It was about unity, respect, and the unwavering spirit of those who work tirelessly to keep the country moving. Mike's story became an inspiration for both young and old, reminding everyone that true strength lies in standing up for oneself and for others regardless of the circumstances.